Hi, it's Jill from Jilly Bean Studio. I hope you can join me today for 3 ways to junk journal. Welcome to the channel, or welcome back. I'm glad you could stop in today. So in today's video, I thought we'd have some fun doing a little look back and sort of dig through of some favorite junk journals I've had from the past, and also update you and show you some ideas from my current junk journals. Sometimes I get a lot of questions from friends or in the comments. What do you do when you junk journal, and what are some ideas for junk journaling? So I thought, here we are in January 2024. I would share with you 3 of my ideas and 3 really fun ways that I enjoy junk journaling. So you'll notice on the right hand side, I have a paper bag journal. Love that. It is one that I'm using for Junk Journal January. Then I have this cute one. It is a traveler's notebook insert, and I am enjoying that as my creative monthly journal. I'll explain more about these as the video continues. And then finally, in back here, I have started this altered book that I have been eyeing for a while. It wasn't in good shape, and I decided that I was going to get it going. So in today's video, I'll share with you some ideas for my new altered book, and I am also going to do a flip through of one of the altered books I worked on, I guess in 2022 and 2023. Here it is. And this cutie, big chunky altered book is, I think, just about finished. So 3 ways to junk journal that I think are very beginner friendly. And you don't need too many materials. I bet a lot of these things, if you are a crafter in any way, you probably have a lot of these basic supplies and can find many of these things around the house, and of course a lot of upcycling and packaging that you could use for junk journaling as well. So to get going, in this creative monthly journal that I am doing in the Traveler's Notebook, this is a little bit new to me. I'm not used to the tall, skinny ones. You're going to see later I've done a bunch in composition notebooks as well as craft notebooks, smaller notebooks. So I am really having a good time with this size. I tend to journal a few times a week. I jot down everyday things, just notes, things that are going on. I also enjoy printables. I make my own. In fact, they're free if you are interested. Those are some of my date printables. And the little chick on this page. So anyways, those will be linked below. If you're interested, you're more than welcome to use them, and they are in my Ko-fi app. So yeah, just everyday sorts of notes and some fun playing with paper in my creative monthly journal. And I've done this style in a variety of notebooks in the past, and really it's a matter to me of, let me grab some right here actually, of size. So here you can see on the top the current Traveler's Notebook, and then I'm piling it on here with these craft notebook size. I'll show you the originals, what those look like. Did one of those over the holidays recently. And then the probably more commonly known comp notebooks, which I have also used. Usually in the comp notebooks, I do multiple months. I often do 2 months. So this is one from March and April 2023. So here we go. They start out like this. I am not picky about my comp notebooks. Some people I know like the paper from Vietnam. I've had pretty good luck with most paper, And then the personal notebooks are 30 pages. And I've been using the personal notebooks, or I tend to call them craft notebooks, by Pen and Gear. And those are a Walmart brand. You can pick those up for about $1. And here's the way I like to use them. Same style as a comp notebook. I glue 2 pages together and go to town with junk journal style pockets, tags, tuck spots. Here's another one. I think this is more of a spring or summer maybe. I love bright colors. I love layering, putting the packaging in. This kind of notebook is wonderful, I think, for a beginner, or if you're looking for something simple to do, a monthly journal that's easy to use, and you still want a junk journal, but you don't want to actually make a journal. I love all the book pages and playing with paint and stencils, washi tape, stick in a good postcard. You have a little bit of a journaling card ready to go. Now the composition notebooks are a little bit bigger. They're 7.5 by 9 3/4, and they come in, all different college ruled, wide ruled. I've used all different types, and I think the best part of the composition notebook for me is that I can use it for a couple months at a time. And this one for March and April. The coffee is very good this morning. And it's one of those that you have so much real estate. The pages are so big. I'm definitely feeling that right now with the traveler's notebook size being a lot slimmer and more narrow. You can pile in the stuff. So it really depends. Think about your journaling needs. It also, on the other hand, takes a lot more stuff to fill it up, obviously. So if you're feeling like you have more time constraints, then maybe a smaller notebook size is the direction you want to go. But I do love these big ones. They just take all the layering, even the line paper when they are glued together, a couple pages at a time, take a decent amount of paint. They will wrinkle, of course, but there's so many ways to layer in. This is a yummy waffle. Breakfast morning we had so many ways to layer things in. Book pages, envelopes, all the junk journaling, ephemera, some window pocket envelopes, sticking in a tag. This, as you can see, I used for the 100-day project. I really enjoyed that last year, and I'm considering it this year. I was going strong. Well, I'll have to say this. I was going strong till about number 50, and then I continued to work on it, and it was a little bit more stop and go, 50 to 100, but I really enjoyed it. I kept plugging along. My very neglected Instagram will show you that. I got to 50 and I needed to regroup, but again, finished it up and put the majority of the 100 days of using scraps into this journal. And it was a great way to mark that art making activity, play with scraps, and enjoy a composition notebook all in one. So as you're seeing here, a lot of the pages, some of them aren't decorated heavily. I mean, the one on the left here just has a postcard. I have some of the little craft cards I made. Little corner pocket there. I often do challenges. That's cat hands, mixed media morsels. And she has another good one going this year I'm excited for. ATCs. And I found actually I got into, you can see on the top left, I have all these notes about ATCs. I got going with the ATCs, so I ended up buying a baseball card. I guess baseball cards are the same size as ATCs. I didn't know that at first. So I ended up buying some baseball card sleeves and putting more of the ATCs into a separate journal that way. So these big composition notebooks, lovely real estate, more paper fun, and I've really enjoyed those as well. Again, beginner friendly, but they're also junk journal friendly. Any skill set. The one thing to note about the larger comp notebooks, most people I know who journal in them reduce the number of pages. So you have to kind of do your math. I really enjoy them. In the past, I think mostly for 2 months. So I was figuring out with 100 pages how many I would use after I glue stick them together. And I'm pretty careful about the way I tear them out. They are sewn in. And then of course you have to make sure when you're tearing them out that you get all of the matches, the left and the right side pages out so that you don't have a half a page dangling in there. But you'll see as you do it. It's very, again, very user-friendly to beginners and a nice way, I think, to junk journal. These are the notebooks that I think in the new year I'm going to continue in. Definitely the Traveler's Notebook. And I think I have another personal size notebook that I will do. I'm not sure about the comp notebooks. They are big, but I never say never, so we'll see what happens. So the current lineup for notebooks is the Traveler's Notebook. And now let's move on to another great kind of notebook for beginners. If you are upcycling packaging like a paper bag journal is a whole lot of fun. I have a couple that I've done and I will link how I made this one below. I have one on how I did the signatures. Look at this, all floppy, floppy and fun. I decided to give a personal goal of doing about 20 minutes on a junk journal January prompt. If you're not familiar with Meg at Meg Journals, she has a fantastic channel. She's the host, and Get Messy Art is also hosting and doing collaborations. So there's so much inspiration there. And each day you get a prompt and you do your own take on it. These are some from mid-month. I'm going to actually work some more this weekend on the prompts. And you can basically go any direction you want, which is one of the things I really love about junk journaling. This one on the left is Flow, and I've been doing a lot more of pen and ink and watercolor. And then this one on the right is Whimsical. More to finish up. Not all of them took me 20 minutes, friends. Some shorter, some a lot longer, but I thought, let me at least make an attempt to have a little goal for Junk Journal January, and I am really loving it. Oh yeah, and another quick, easy journal that is a no-sew journal is an elastic binding, and you can do it a variety of ways. This one happens to be a soft spine journal. Actually repurposed some comp notebook covers and put in some eyelets through the fabric. And there you have it. Really easy. All of these pages can come out. You can work on them. You can take out excess pages. You can add more. So another really friendly starter junk journal with elastic or even hair bands I've used in the past. I love this one. So many ideas, so many ways to junk journal. Now for the last part of the video, I have these that I'm very excited about. And the last one I want to share with you is working in altered books as a junk journal. I love this little one. This is a children's book. I used a little bit, dug deep actually, of gilding wax on the cover. I haven't really used that much, and I thought, new year, dig out some supplies you want to try. I'm also doing more watercolor art doodling. And I'm adhering the pages by ripping down with a ruler the pages, tearing them, but not tearing them out. And I'm putting in some, I just had this watercolor paper from one of the craft stores near us. Here's one that's a work in progress. And yeah, all you do is tear down the pages and then insert in a sandwich style method between the two pages. I've been glue sticking them down. And then you have some art to work on. I've been using a micro perm pen, but you can use any permanent ink. Doing some watercolor. So that, yeah, is officially called the hinge method. And you're not ripping any pages out, but you're inserting pages in the sandwich style method. This one I think this one's complete. Use that microperm pen and then a little bit of this Uniball Signo white gel pen. So that's a lot of fun. Some art doodles. I'm going to do more of that in the new year. And just to show you a sample of the one that I have. Let me grab this here. Oh yeah, by the way, let me just show you quick. I don't have fancy watercolors. This is a koi set that I've had forever. And those are the simple supplies. The watercolor paper, the pens, and an old book. Okay, now let me grab this one. This one I consider almost done. I think I do have a couple pages in the back. And just pick a sturdy book. I always pick one that has sewn in pages. This is a beautiful old book of poetry. I definitely chunked this one up. The spine is the spine is under duress here. But I started this in 2022, and what I love about journals like this are you keep adding to them. And I've done a lot of Zentangle inspired art. So Zentangle are particular patterns that are called tangles. And then if you add mixed media, it's called Zentangle inspired art. In fact, back in 2017, that was my main art form, and I still love it and still do it. You'll see it throughout this journal. And I even went through the teacher training. It's called CZT. So that is a lot of fun to do. Unlike the art doodling that I'm doing on the other pages, which is much more random, it's not using tangle patterns necessarily. So anyways, lots of mixed media fun in this one. Love using maps, layering the page. Oh, I skipped a page there. A lot of Tim Holtz on this page. Layering the pages, putting in words, book pages. I really enjoyed doing this one. Hand lettering. Sometimes I just stick something in a paper clip. More Zentangle inspired art. I think there's a little pocket here. Scrappy tags. With an altered book, you can also remove pages if you choose to. I think if you do that, you have to reinforce the binding either with washi tape or fabric. So many textures in here and crinkly pages. I think that image was from Barbara, 49 Dragonflies. I have a Zentangle tile ready to go that I didn't use. Little charm on a paper clip. Fabric scraps. For me, this is a lot of art memories. Some pages more done than others. But because of the interactivity and all the bits and the layering, I do consider it junk journal / art journal. I say whatever works for you. Make the definitions work for you. And these are sort of the back pages that could still be added to. I don't know if I will, since it's feeling mostly done. Yeah, I love this book. Definitely getting a little gator-mouthed. And I took a very simple headband. I think I actually stapled that pretty flower, that floral trim, onto the headband, and simple as that. Altered books, love working in them, and this year I think I'm going to do more of that art doodling and pen and ink, and maybe more Zentangle inspired art. Loving the notebooks, we'll still be doing more of those this year, and of course the junky junk journals in the upcycled containers that we all love to use. So thank you so much for stopping in. I hope this video gave you some junk journaling ideas. If you have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear them. And thank you so much for stopping by the channel. And I would love to know from you what you would like to see more of. So let me know what you're interested in 2024. Happy junk journaling to you.